My life has been framed by Muppets. When I was really little, a baby to a toddler, I watched Sesame Street. Soon after, when I was just a little older, I was introduced to the Muppets. As a teenager, I watched Labyrinth for the first time, and then Fraggle Rock. All along the way, I've had a strong emotional connection to the immense cast of frogs, bears, and whatevers. In these pictures, you can see a young me holding an Elmo cake topper toy, which I carried around constantly as a kid, using my limited vocabulary to call him E. But throughout my life, I found myself especially connected with the Muppets, the cast and crew that played the music, lit the lights, put on their makeup, and dressed up right. Looking back, I've also found a lot of myself and my values in the characters. Kermit with his anxious but good-hearted leadership, Fozzie with his corny comedy but closely connected friendships, Miss Piggy with her dramatic side, erasing that one, Gonzo's desire to belong with his eclectic artistic acts and acceptance of the weirdo that he is. The one thing that the Muppets all have is a sense of camaraderie, of family no matter what. Nowhere is that better explained and shown than in the 1979 film, The Muppet Movie. The Muppet Movie was directed by James Frawley and stars Jim Henson, Frank Oz, Dave Goelz, and the rest of the classic Muppet performers. It follows Kermit the Frog as he travels across America to make it in Hollywood, befriending and bringing along his soon-to-be best friends and Fozzie Bear, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, the Electric Mayhem Ben, Rolf the dog, and... gosh, it feels like I'm forgetting someone.
Hey, wait for me!
Now, I've always loved this film. The instantly classic songs found in the soundtrack, the physical gags, and the scarring moment of a gigantic animal bursting through a ghost town's roof that always terrified me as a kid. It's been a favorite forever. However, I've never realized what the film symbolized. That Kermit's response to Robin near the beginning of the film was indeed factual, not just a joke.
Is this about how the Muppets really got started?
Well, it's sort of approximately how it happened.
Now, I cannot claim to have thought of the original basis for this analysis myself. I learned about this allegory through the work of the insanely talented team over at Defunctland, headed by Kevin Perger. Out of respect for the time and energy that Mr. Perger and his team of Muppet Mayhem lovers put into creating such a compelling and fascinating documentary, I will simply summarize. I would highly recommend watching the entirety of the series if you have any interest in the works of Jim Henson. Okay, geeking out aside, the film is a retelling of Jim Henson's rise to creative stardom through the lens of some of his most popular creations. Avoid major corporate control of him and his friends in order to make the artwork that he knew he was capable of creating. The end scene that finds Kermit and the rest of the Muppet gang in a soundstage in Hollywood, running around the set and putting together the technical aspects of the forthcoming scene. This includes hauling in two-dimensional representations of the locales they have visited throughout the film, rolling the film, doing their makeup, and the audio. Eventually, their grand set is created, and a micro-retelling of the film is created, with Kermit's journey condensed into a reprisal of the Rainbow Connection. Unfortunately, Gonzo's crashing into the rainbow causes everything to fall to the ground, and Crazy Harry keeps to his namesake and adds to the insanity by overloading the electrical circuits, causing a light and transformer to explode. The cast stops, worried by the hole in the destroyed ceiling that allows the sunlight to reach the performers. To their surprise, a rainbow stretches through. At this moment, Kermit turns to address the audience, with the rest of the Muppet cast, nay, the entire Muppet family thanking the camera. Upon first viewing, this moment can be easily analyzed as the Muppets thanking you for watching this movie, or almost as a curtain call. But consider what this entire film has been about. This entire film has been an allegory for Jim Henson's journey through filmmaking, meeting new friends and leading them to this very moment. Indeed, they even went through the generalized plot of this film. It's a moment of thanks for the decades of support that Jim Henson, his creative partner and wife Jane Henson, Frank Oz, Dave Goelz, Jerry Nelson, and Richard Hunt, as well as Sesame Street performers like Carol Spinney, have received through the years. It begins with Kermit, as it always did, and slowly zooms out to reveal Fozzie, Scooter, Rolf, Miss Piggy, Robin, Animal, Statler, Waldorf, Ernie, Bert, Grover, the cast of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, the Count, the Menomina Trio, Big Bird. To cite the defunct TV episode once more, over 250 people were brought in to perform all of these Muppets. From 1955's Sam and Friends to advertisements for Wilkins Coffee and the appearances on The Jimmy Dean Show and television specials like The Great Santa Claus Switch, to 1969's premiere of Sesame Street and the 1975 premiere of The Muppet Show, Jim Henson has been entertaining with his Muppet friends for nearly 25 years when this film was released. It's Jim Henson and his creations thanking the world for their love and support. Going back to the moment of the rainbow's touch, the shot also answers the film's most well-known song's question. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? The rainbow's end reaches the family that both the Muppets and Muppet performers have found. That's why there are so many songs about this fabled land. In reality, it can never physically be reached. But love and encouragement, respect and creativity, family and friends, that's what's at the end of the rainbow. My life has been framed by Muppets, and it'll continue to be.